It is so important to take up space with the space that you have, and I have to talk about it. I've noticed there can be this overwhelming narrative to just show up no matter what when it comes to your dreams and your desires. But I also realize it's hard to show up when you don't feel you have the right environment to do so. Looking at the month of October, I've been really proud of my consistency with YouTube. Reflecting on everything up until this point, I realized my biggest excuse when it came to my lack of consistency was my environment. And the first step to taking up space with the space that you have is to observe your environment through a new lens. I would always just say, oh, I can't film because I don't have my apartment anymore. And if you watch my last video, Count It All Joy, I was talking about living at home with my 20s and all the beautiful things that come with that. But the hardest thing for me when it came to moving out of my apartment and moving into my parents' home was moving out of my apartment. I really struggled with letting go of that space, and it was actually where I started my YouTube channel. So it was really hard to let go of it and let go of what I thought my channel was supposed to look like and the environment it was supposed to be in. And so moving home, I didn't want to be a disturbance. I didn't feel that inspired creatively. I actually felt kind of stuck. But I got to a point where I was tired of making excuses, and I was actually sitting in here one day and I was like, okay, but this is kind of cute. Wait a minute. So I got my camera out. I did some test shots just to see framing and everything. And here we are. It's so funny because once the test shots were good and my environment was set, then I was like, oh, well now I need to make a video. And then your brain starts going crazy. Is my video going to be good enough? Will I be able to create the quality that I want to create because I know I'm a perfectionist? Will I be annoying my parents? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And my second piece of advice would be to let go of limiting beliefs. And I was reading this amazing book called We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rogers. The title gives it away, but this is a great book on how to create wealth and sustain wealth, how to create economic power and just be more confident with your finances, but also with yourself. One of the things I love about this book is that it's really interactive. One of the action steps was find a negative thought that constantly plays in your head and take it through thought work. This I have used for so many different areas of my life, including this YouTube channel. But once you have the negative thought, the first thing you ask is, what are the facts of this situation? The second thing is, where did this thought come from? The third thing is, how does this thought affect me? And the fourth thing is, what's a better way to think about this? Taking your thoughts through this work makes you realize that what you thought was a fear was actually so minuscule, and you're able to push through those thoughts. And the more you do this, the more natural it will become to reframe your negative thoughts instead of just sitting with them. Once you combat those limiting beliefs and have your environment and your mind is good and you're feeling good, the third and last thing you need to remember is that your presence matters. Whatever gift you have inside of you, whatever burning fires inside of you that keeps you up at night, God did not give you that for you to sit on it and make excuses and say, it's not the right place, I don't have the right environment, it's not the right time, I'm not ready. You have to take up space with the space that you have. And if you do, I really think you'll be surprised. So try it this week, try it this month. Above all else, just do something great today. And I will see you in my next video. Little by little here, 'cause